Welcome back to The Perspective, and we are exploring GoToMalls.com with Bruno here on the studio. Bruno, so you actually launched GoToMalls.com in one mall for more or less for a year before you decided that it's time for you to go public in terms of having this open to the general public. What did you find in that within 1 year? What can we tell about Indonesia's consumerism and the habits of people who go to malls?
Okay, during this year we discovered the way that people like to connect on mobiles and like to see what's happening in the mall. Mm-hmm. The point is that the main subject was that they like it so much inside the mall that they were telling us why we cannot access it outside the mall. Why, once we are out of the mall, we can't access anymore, so we cannot see what are the deals. Mm-hmm. That's why we have decided to extend our solution to be able to be reached from 3G, 4G data network. Yeah. So that with geolocalization system, you can know what's happened anywhere around you or even further. You can be in Jakarta, and if you go to Bali tomorrow, you can just say, I want to see what's happening in Bali. Yeah. So now we learn a lot that people are eager to understand what's happening in malls, especially mall goers, outside the time of shopping. Can be at home, can be at office, browsing at office, or go to malls can be accessed from a tablet or a PC. It's working on all the platforms. So this is our main discovery at that time. And
now there are about 100 malls.
385
malls.
386 even, one more yesterday.
In Indonesia.
In the whole Indonesia.
And in Jakarta alone?
101.
And 101 malls in Jabodetabek. Yeah. So you can imagine the number of malls. But do you think do you think it's good that this number will increase in the near future, or is it a manageable number
in Indonesia? We believe that there is 400 malls. Right. Total. Okay. The malls referenced by the Association of Malls of Indonesia is 350. We have 486 now. Why? Because we are looking for malls even in very small suburbs, small malls, because you know malls can be huge malls with a few hundred stores, and can be very small street malls with few stores or 20, 40 stores. We reference all kind of shopping area as long as people are coming in, mass people are coming in. There is probably an extension because it's a real estate business, shopping malls. There may be extension for more shopping malls. Right. There is initiatives for that. It's not going to extend the number of shoppers. Okay. I don't think so, but it's going to extend the possibility for shoppers to access to different type of malls. Right. Since you have different type of different level of malls. Right. So 400 malls total in Jakarta altogether. Indonesia. In Indonesia, sorry for that matter. And what makes GoToMalls.com unique? Do you have a competitor? Okay. Competitor, we do have competitors like in the business, and I'm very lucky to have competitors because it simulates the market. Yep. But actually, what are doing our competitors? They are doing applications that has to be downloaded, and usually it's applications for one mall or two malls. Right. But it's not applications which gather all the malls and all information on all the informations. And that's the point, because you can have specific applications that deal with coupons, like we are dealing with coupons also, or deal with promotions, like we are dealing with promotions. But they are not targeted inside smart directories where you can find anything you want. And that's where we are good. That's where we don't have competitors today. That's really our wow. Okay, we are unique in the way that you connect to GoToMalls and you can find any information in Indonesia. So not about one mall or one brand or one store. Specific, about everything. Yeah. And so what has been the challenges so far? You're closing into almost 2 years now. I understand you did only announce it or made the media aware in March 2017 of this website. Yeah. So what has been the challenges so far? May that be in development phase or? Okay. So first of all, what is our growth? It's important to say. When we start in July 2016, for a few months, it was a very difficult start. Yeah. Well, like any kind of startup. It was quite slow. But starting from January, and especially since March, when we do the announcement, it starts to grow very fast. We are 60% growth, and we are reaching today 4 million visits.
By which channel did you think that growth, word of mouth, or there's a specific marketing tool that is used by the malls to inform of
we use marketing tools. We use above the line marketing. We do in-malls marketing with posters, leaf posters, billboards and so on. But we do also social media marketing, and we connect with Wi-Fi providers. So there is a lots of way to bring people online to know our solutions, like billboards, like everything, like people are doing. So, but the main matters is that we have this very important growth now, reaching 20,000 stores, 5,000 brands, 385 more stores in Indonesia. And of course, when you have this kind of growth, you try to understand what are the challenges and why it works better in here, in this domain. And actually, we think that Indonesia is a very big archipelago, and the usage, the habits of people going to malls or purchasing habits are different from place to place. Jakarta people are behaving differently than people in near suburb and even in Aceh. And this is our real challenge, because we need to understand what kind of services we can offer to those
specific to the culture or the geography of.
Because this is what we do now. Because if you understand what our process, we had a phase 1 where we build a network after the test. Building a network is reaching the mass of number of stores, of numbers of malls in Indonesia to cover the market. Then the next phase was to reach the number of users, to have awareness. So now we have 4 million visits.
4 million visits.
So we start to have a real awareness. Then now with this number of stores, this number of shops, of brands, and this number of users, we need to apply new services. We need to give new services, and those services are really depending on where you are. In Jakarta, getting a Grab to go to a mall is something very usual. So
which I understand you have a cooperation or partnership with.
Yeah, we do. You can call a Grab car inside our
inside.
You are visiting a mall, you can call a Grab, and you don't need to put the address. It's automatically put. We have. But in far region, there may be no Grab, or it may not be the challenge.
So it calls for a different solution.
So we have to work out. We are working with also PayPro. PayPro is electronic wallet. So wallet problem is another problem. It's not used the same way in town than in suburb. It's totally different. The way to reload, to buy Pulsar, it's different way of usage. So we really have to accommodate the service. This is our challenge.
All right. So unfortunately, we are running out of time, Bruno. But as a closing statement, what are future plans for GoToMalls? What do you see yourself, and what are how are you planning to expand in the next 5 to 10 years?
Okay, GoToMalls is a platform which has been built to deploy in every country where there is a shopping industry. So of course we are starting now to deploy in Singapore, and we are going to deploy in other countries, not only in Southeast Asia. But what is more important is that we're going to add services like gamification, like payment. You will be able to pay with a wallet. You know how it's difficult to pay with wallet in stores, right? So we are going to make a solution which is very easy to pay. And we are going to have more and more services of this kind now that we have the mass of users and the mass of stores.
So soon enough we'll be able to see malls in Kuala Lumpur or New York, or through this?
We expect to deploy everywhere. But step by step, we are finalizing now our deployment in Indonesia. Then we just started Singapore. We have now 90 malls. We are going to start the marketing side, and then we are going to deploy in other countries. Yes.
All right. We look forward to see your new innovations in the coming months or years. Thank you so much for sharing your perspective on the e-commerce, and not just that, but also the future of malls in Indonesia. in general. Thank you, Bruno.
Thanks a lot.
GoToMalls.com, ladies and gentlemen, go check it out, and perhaps it will help you decide and your next malls that you can go to, or your next mall destination in a more comprehensive way, and understand what these malls can offer. GoToMalls.com. Thank you so much. I'm Florence Armein for The Perspective.